G'day you guys, Marky here, and welcome back to another episode of r/relationship advice. I do hope you enjoyed today's episode, and with that said, I want you to sit back, relax, chuck a prawn to the barbie. Let's just get right into it, eh? Cheers. Posted by user Parking Mission 7544, titled, Am I the asshole here for not inviting my ex-husband's wife to my daughter's birthday party because she told me not to? I, 32 female, have a daughter who is 9 going on 10 female with my ex-husband, 36 male. We divorced when she was 3. He then remarried with one of his co-workers, let's call her M. They also have a son together who is 6 male. My daughter's birthday is in 9 days. I reviewed with my daughter things for her birthday, like the theme, the cake, yada yada. Here's the issue though. When we were going through the guest list, she looked anxious. When I asked what's wrong, she told me that she didn't want to invite M. I asked her why, and she explained to me that M would make weird comments sometimes around other parents and to her. For example, when M would pick her up from her dance lesson, she would hear M say things like, "That's why I prefer boys. Girls only like pink and tutu," calling her a brat, among other things. She also told me that every time her brother, M and XH's kid, would do something to annoy her, like breaking her toys, calling her names, starting a fight, M would always defend her son and punish her every time and just say that boys will be boys, or some crap like that. I asked about her dad, and she said that she does that when her dad is around, but he's always in his office, so it's like a free pass. Later on, I called her father. He asked for the date of the party, her real birthday is a school day, and I told him that his wife was not invited and that I think that I was in a loudspeaker because I heard M screaming at me that I am destroying her family. So, am I the asshole for not inviting my ex-husband's wife to my daughter's birthday party because she told me not to? Okay, just for some more detail. My daughter's half-sibling is 4 years younger than her. She was born in April, while he was born in March, the next year after the divorce. He just turned 6. Man, they were quick on making that baby, weren't they? But it is true that we divorced because my ex-husband told me that he was in love with M and wanted to confess. We have 50-50 custody, he has a busy job. My daughter explained to me that she never told me/her dad that she was scared of ruining her father's marriage because he seems happy. In the comments, Forgotten Goldfishes says, not the asshole. Ideally, you want everyone to get along and have your daughter and her half-sibling have a relationship, but you can't have that if your husband's wife is being verbally abusive to your daughter. Dad needs to intervene and insist his wife behaves and get counseling to address her toxic jealousy of his daughter. Yeah, Dad needs to step in or he's going to risk ruining his relationship with his daughter. Sounds like it's already on that track anyway, but OP really needs to get him to understand this, if only for her daughter's benefit. If you do the math on the timing, Dad already risked ruining things by cheating. 3 to 4 year age gap between the kids, and the divorce happened when the daughter was 3, so the stepmom was already pregnant. Not the asshole. M should not be invited to be in your daughter's life at all. You should discuss this with your ex-husband immediately. If he's unaware of this, he must know. If he knows and doesn't support your daughter, then he should change or get out of her life as well. This bullying will seriously traumatize her. Dad definitely needs to fix this, or otherwise you need a serious reconsideration of the co-parenting agreements. Not the asshole, and thank you for defending your daughter's choice. Definitely not the asshole here. Standing up for your daughter's choices shows true support and understanding. It's important to defend what matters to our loved ones. Kudos to you for being a supportive parent. Yeah, that broad isn't stopping unless your ex stops her. So you're probably going to need an attorney eventually to sort this out in court because she can't be around someone who abuses her. I agree, get this broad away from that child. If she's saying repulsive shit like that, she needs a leash put on her. We need something to deal with that behavior. That mental abuse cannot be allowed to continue and fester in your daughter's life because she's already so anxious about this woman, and you've seen this woman and how she blows up at you. I feel like you have all the evidence that you need to do something about it. Let's just hope that your cheating and spineless ex can also get on your side and your daughter's side and do the right thing in this situation and clamp down on M, because I'm not getting any good vibes from M. Screw you, M. And now, on to the update. So, a lot happened. First of all, I met my ex for lunch alone. I explained everything that my daughter told me. And at first he was defensive and told me that she was overreacting. I replied that even if that were true, his relationship with his daughter is at risk. I gave him a choice: fix the problem or I go back to court for more custody. On Friday, when I came to pick my daughter up at his house, I talked to her in private, and she told me that her dad spent time with her, picking her up from school and activities, helping her with homework, and playing with her. M then told me that she accepts not going to the party, but still wanted to see my daughter blow out her candles on her actual birthday. She baked a cake and asked her, my daughter, if she was okay with doing it before leaving. She seemed okay with it, so we gathered around the cake, my daughter, M, ex, and half-brother. And when my daughter blew out the candles, M Jr. decided that the good thing to do would be to smash my daughter's face into the cake. To be honest, if this was not a kid, I would be in prison. Me too. He and M burst out laughing while my daughter was crying. M then told her that she was being dramatic and emotional. We, M, X, and I, got into an argument, and to my surprise, my ex-husband was on my side, saying that it was not okay. While arguing, I noticed that my daughter was not there, so I left to check on her. I helped her clean herself, and then we left for my house. I tried to cheer her up, but she was still a little sad. The party went well, all things considered. Her dad came, and during the party, I told him that I want more custody because of his wife's bullying. So yeah, I'll update you if anything happens. Edit. Some of you asked questions about my daughter's reaction. My daughter is really shy and a silent kid. Except for me and her dad, she does not talk unless spoken to, or if we bring up a subject that she likes. When something upsets her, she just stays silent and cries. It's always been like that, and it is what she did. Started crying and went to her room. In the comments, Dingling4 says, "Are you sure that the ex-husband's wife didn't egg on her kid, the half-sibling, to do this? Instead of apologizing profusely, she went on a verbal attack and said that your daughter was overreacting. To me, this seems that she wants to create a wedge in between your daughter and ex-husband's relationship, and it seems to be working." Yeah, the whole "I want to see you blow out your candles" thing was a complete setup. If M was genuinely sorry, she wouldn't have even asked for that much from the child that she had bullied. The woman is defo a narcissist. I don't know how low she would stoop to get what she wants, to be honest. Not the asshole. Your ex-husband needs to put M in her place and stand up for his daughter. Her rude and frankly cruel behavior is now risking his relationship with his daughter. You're right to protect your daughter from this beast and her horrible half-brother. OP says, "To be honest, I don't entirely blame the kid. He probably picked up that attitude from his mum. Your ex-husband really needs to step it up. It's good that he was on your side about smashing the cake, but now he needs to extend it further. Your daughter is a valuable person, and she deserves respect. She's lucky to have a mum like you who demands the respect for her and sets boundaries." Oh, she definitely coached him. Your ex needs to not only get a handle on this marriage, but also watch out that his boy doesn't turn into a bigger shit than he already is. Really, that should be a bigger concern for her ex. Does he want a volatile little asshole for a child? Because that's what his girlfriend is training him to be right now. That's going to become a habit until it's almost impossible to break, even if the kid realizes he's being a jerk and wants to change. He needs to have a serious discussion with his girlfriend about getting her shit together, or maybe making her ex number 2. X's wife planted the idea in the kid's head. She wants the husband out of his daughter's life entirely. Try for full custody. Right? I'd have the ex ask his son if his mummy dearest asked him to do that. I see the vision. I see a future where we all live in harmony and people like M don't have to exist anymore. And in that sense, I mean, we get in there and we repair her moral compass, and she becomes a good person that is, in my interpretation of good, in which she's more like OP here and isn't a complete piece of shit towards children that aren't her own, and doesn't cause her own child to become just like her. Oh god, there's another update. And now onto the second update. Hi, I saw that many of you asked for an update. My daughter, after the cake incident, I asked her questions about whether M/half-brother had ever laid hands on her, played such pranks on her, or behaved inappropriately. We never know. She told me no, explaining that the fights with her half-brother are mainly him annoying her. I also inquired if anyone else from both sides had made her uncomfortable in any way, and again, she said no. Since my last post, she has been seeing her psychiatrist twice a week. The bullying apparently started about 2 months ago. I don't know if it's related, although I'm sure it is, but it was also around that time that M had a miscarriage. To be honest, I feel like a terrible mum. I did not see the signs, and I'm trying to fix everything. On to my ex-husband. Guess who showed up at my door at 10 p.m? He called me last night, was outside, and said that he wanted to talk. I let him in, and because I don't trust him, I really don't, I recorded the whole conversation with his consent, and he told me that since the party, he's been thinking about what to do, and yesterday told M about my desire for more custody. From what he told me, she said that it was not such a bad idea because my daughter was not fitting into their family dynamic. They started to argue, and at one point, she started cursing me and my daughter. Apparently, I'm a sneaky B-word who was bitter about her affair with my ex-husband. Okay, pop off, MGs. Now tell me what you really think. She described my daughter as a spoiled, bratty princess who needs correction. And now, he has to choose between which woman he loves the most. This is where he had the click. He left the house, drove around, and then showed up at my place. He's going to stay at a friend's house to think about his relationship with M. Our daughter will stay with me during the week and visit him on the weekends. I told him that if he's going to get back together with M, I'm continuing with full custody. But if they divorce, it'll depend on his custody for his son because I don't want him around my daughter. And he agreed. That's it. Thank you all for the support. In the comments, Jay the Great One says, "You are not a bad mum. The second you found out about everything, you did what you needed to do to protect your child. To me, it always sounded like M was jealous of you and your child, and glad to hear that she's away from her. Keep protecting your baby mum." Yup, that's a good mum. I feel bad for how guilty she is, but no one is perfect. Her daughter is lucky to have a protective parent like that. You're right to keep her away from stepmom and Junior. They'll torture your child endlessly, and I'm glad that your ex is finally starting to see the truth before he lost his daughter completely. Absolutely. Protecting your child from toxicity is paramount. It is relief that your ex is beginning to understand the situation. Hopefully this awareness will lead to a healthier environment for your daughter. He should have known by the circumstances how this marriage started that he wasn't getting a quality person to begin with. Now he's stuck with her in his life, basically forever. You will know by his choice if he has anything of worth in him. A child should never be bullied, especially in their own home. If he chooses her over your daughter, then you definitely need full custody. You and your daughter deserve better. I mean, he's not a quality person either. He had an affair with her. I have a hard time feeling bad for him. Maybe being stuck with her is his karma. I feel bad for his daughter and his ex-wife because he took time away from his daughter to have an affair, and he let his son and his affair partner wife bully his daughter right in front of him. It took her mum to get it to stop, or at least try to stop. He owes his daughter a massive apology. X and M were having an affair and she got pregnant. That is why you filed for divorce, right? I think M's problem with you is that she believes that your ex only stayed with her because she was pregnant and because you ended everything, so there is a risk that he will leave you for her if you give the ex another chance. That's why she mistreats your daughter, to push her away, and consequently, you. She is a vile person. You are right to keep your daughter away from her. Oh my god, final update. For not inviting my ex-husband's wife to my daughter's birthday party because she told me not to, ? Hi again. Y'all asked for an update, so here you go. On the topic of my ex-husband. Now earlier in the week, he asked if he could come by, saying that he had something important to tell me. He told me that last Friday, M Jr. got in trouble at school for cursing at a girl. Long story short, he confessed his feelings to a girl, the niece of the director, and she rejected him. Apparently, he started shouting insults at her that no 6-year-old should know, let alone say. Because of this incident and our daughter's situation, he has decided to divorce M. She would be served the divorce papers next week. He's also going to put M in therapy because he still wants her to have a relationship with their son. We, ex-husband, daughter, and I, will also be attending family therapy together. On the topic of my daughter, she is happier now, and that's the only thing that matters to me. For the summer, I'm going to take her to Japan to see my side of the family. Brooke, if one day you read this, Mama loves you more than anything. I'm sorry I didn't see everything earlier. I love you. Edits. 1. I am still going for full custody of my daughter with visitation on the weekend. If and only if M Jr.'s behavior improves, I will let him and my daughter interact. 2. He, my ex, is going for full custody of his son. And 3. I still don't trust my ex-husband. I'm keeping my eyes on him and how he'll raise my daughter. I don't know why people would assume that I'm going to be nice to him. Am I polite? Yes. But nice? Hell no. 4. I am not going for more custody because he wants his son. Because he recently got a promotion, so he works more. He doesn't have the time to take care of our daughter on the weekdays, so I take her. 5. Someone asked for our races for some reason. I'm Japanese, like my ex-husband, and M is white and French. 6. Like I said, I am Japanese but was raised in France, so French is my first language, then Japanese, and then English. Sorry for any mistakes. In the comments, BonM42 says, I'm glad your ex finally pulled his head out of his ass when it came to M. Sometimes a person has blinders, especially when they're busy with work. French lady is insane cray-cray. I'm glad your ex came to his senses about his soon-to-be ex-wife. She sounds awful and is raising her son to just be as narcissistic and as entitled as she is. I hope the therapy sessions work out and things get into a much happier place and routine for everyone. Personality disorders are learned behaviors. The poor kid is going to learn from his mum by example, and clearly she is a horrible person. Whatever you do, don't let that ex-husband try again with you. He can have a relationship outside of you. No matter what he does now, he did cheat on you. Yes, just because he learned his lesson from a trip to Crazy Town doesn't mean that he is trustworthy. I'm still not over the affair partner calling you a home wrecker after abusing the poor kid whose home that she wrecked. She's just a horrible person, and your ex sounds like an idiot. OP says, I didn't say he was smart. Just a question. When it was 50-50, why not your time it's a birthday party for your side, and on his time, he can do that? I know it's harder for Thanksgiving and Christmas, just the schedule can be worked out. And OP replies, we decided to host the party at my place, inviting both sides of my family. I live in a house, whereas he and M lived in an apartment. If she is with me at Thanksgiving, she would be with him at Christmas, and vice versa. Anyway, guys, that's where I'm going to end the story for today. I don't have much to really say about that one besides, thank God it worked out well for the kids in the end. Get that crazy woman M away from that child, and definitely away from the daughter. 6 years old and already spouting profanities is insane. She needs to be locked up for a little while, I'm saying it. Anyway, guys, I do hope you enjoyed today's episode. With that said, I want you to my bad. Sit back, relax, enjoy a lovely day, night sleep, whatever you're up to, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.